Good evening, everyone, and welcome back. So, lurking around, that's what I do best. And you know what? I took a peep at Foodie Beauty's Peetz birthday live stream and her candy thing, and like a little dog slobber. You guys, it was boring. Sorry. It's like, you know, when your lip gloss starts to get all... I took a look at it, you guys, and it's like her dream video to her. And it's like, oh, one more piece of candy. I don't like this. Oh, one more. Thank God. I got to eat a chip. This is too much sweet stuff. Girl, we know that was your dream video. Quit playing. She makes a comment talking about she's going to eat bites of the stuff that's not even individually wrapped and give it away. Girl, please, don't nobody want half-eaten candy bars and bits of snacks of things that you done ate off of. It is a you-know-what going on in the world, and I would be offended if somebody said, hey, you know, here's a half-eaten candy bar. I, you know, give my little neighbor kids things like this that are individually wrapped, individually. Do you hear me, Foodie? These are things you can give away because they're individually wrapped. But don't nobody want a half-eaten bag of chips or a damn candy bar that you don't eat half of. Don't nobody want that. So, we know she ain't about to give this stuff away. Girl, please. The snacks that she ordered, I think the squeezy tube was interesting of like the gel stuff. I do remember that. The snowballs, the chocolate cake with the marshmallow and the coconut. We have those here in the U.S. Whatchamacallit is one of my absolute favorite candy bars. But other than that, I really didn't find anything that was too, like, extravagant or too exciting. You know, if I'm going to drop, you guys see that I get little bits of stuff for us here and there. And we do have a retro treat to try in this video that I've been holding on, so don't think that I bought it just because, no, I've had this a while for us. Do y'all remember these? Now, these are retro, honey. These are the candy dots. Do y'all remember these, the little dots on the paper? The candy buttons. So, let's go ahead and bust these open, and we'll kind of do a recap while we get ready for the Amber video. I'm going to jump up and grab my scissors here. And now these I remember as a kid. I thought they were great. Been years and years and years and years and years and years since I've had them. So can I tell you what I remember they taste like? No, I don't. But this is a retro treat. There's so many different brands of these, you know. But I always thought these were cool when I was a kid. Again, it's just sugar on paper, and they're little strips of paper here if you've never seen them, and they're colored dots, and yes, my hands are probably somewhat clean. I just wiped them off, and then Sugar Bear came up to me, but hey, what can you do? So, they're just different colored little dots, and what you do is literally pick them off and eat them. So, let's, oh, God, I forgot that you actually ate a little bit of paper. That's the weird thing. It's like you really can't get these off. Oop, I dropped one. Let's grab another. That was always the weird thing I remembered when you were a kid was, how do you get these off without getting to eat a bit of paper? Let me know in the comments if anybody's mastered that. Wow. Yeah, how in the world? So I guess you get a little bit of candy with some paper. Let me try and get as much paper off as I can. So what they are is, paper flying in the wind. They're just little candy dots, and they're flat, like I said. And, okay. That brought me right back. So what they taste like is almost like icing. They're actually decent. Minus, you know, you're going to get a little bit of paper. There's just no way to rip them off. I always remembered as a kid, how do you get, let me know in the comments, how do you get the paper off of these? Yeah, how do you get the paper completely off? So, let's try one more. I think I kind of got most of the paper off on this one. But, yeah, let me know if you've had these when you were a kid, and how did you get the paper off? Okay. They do have some flavor to them. But what they kind of remind me of is like royal icing. Like, you know, the hard icing you get on like some of the store sugar cookies? Like that real hard. I prefer like a soft icing or like a buttercream. But this is kind of like the royal icing. So, I don't know, you guys. Candy buttons. This brought me back to my childhood. And I thought we would do a retro treat. We do have some things coming up. I didn't get it just because of Foodie. It's things we've had. But I think that I'll pass these, minus the ones that I touched, on to my neighbor friends' children. Yeah, I'll take the ones out that I've touched here. But, anyways, so moving right along, that's our retro treat, candy buttons. But basically, she didn't look like she was having a good time in the video. And then I noticed, too, she yells at Peetz in the birthday stream a couple times. First yells at him, kind of snaps back. Somebody asked him, yuck, not like a little paper. Somebody asked him something about his hourly wage, and she looks back at him real snooty and says, don't tell them how much you make. Like, it's his birthday, man. You could have phrased it a little bit nicer. Then going down the vid, she's complaining about her makeup about her internet, and she says, he says something about the internet, and she says, I can't believe you just told them what kind of internet we had. Who gives a flying what kind of internet you have? What is somebody going to do with what kind of internet you have? Very rude. Like, then the rest of the video, you know how she has that, like, attitude that, like, you can sense that just comes off. The rest of the video, she's kind of, like, rolling her eyes and kind of, like, and has that real crappy vibe. And it's like, it's his birthday. She made this absolute hunk and chunk of a cake. It was, like, floppy, uneven. 2 giant things of icing. Sometimes when I make a double cake, I don't even put a whole thing of 1 icing, let alone 2. It was a wonky, lopsided fella, and it was a hunk and chunk of mound of cake. So you made the cake, then you ate all this candy. I'm like, and then she's talking about Peetz loves her meatloaf and it's made with love, and I'm like, blah, blah, blah. She again just has this attitude at the end of it. She's so mad about her internet. Then says, well, maybe it's not my internet. And it's like, what is it here? Is it your internet? Is it not? And then just completely has a weird vibe like, I can't believe you told people what kind of internet we had the rest of the video. So, you're being snooty on his birthday, and it's like, well, I mean, we know she's snooty any day, but it's like, man, I really got, like, crappy vibes off that. So, we haven't missed anything. So worried about her grandmother, and you can say, Kaya, well, you know what? She hasn't given any update, talked about her grandmother. If you were so worried about your grandmother, you haven't mentioned a peep. You're worried about Peetz's birthday, baking cakes, eating all these snacks. Haven't said anything about an update of her grandmother, how her grandmother's doing. If she goes and plans to see her, whatever. Highlight again, something else is wrong with her. Once again, she's talking about the rash on her legs, and then discusses that she went to, like, some kind of, like, urgent care. Not the ER, but the urgent care wanted her to go to the ER, but yet she's kind of, oh, it is serious, but it's not serious. Well, which one is it? And she still hasn't went to the ER, and her viewers are talking like, oh, well, we wouldn't go to the ER. What kind of people are these to, not want to be like, yeah, you need to get to the ER ASAP. Screw doing a candy review. Get to the ER. Like, what kind of following does this chick have, you guys? It blows my mind. Talking about something, it's something to do with blood vessels. It's hard for me to pay attention to somebody when they're serious about their health, when they're not even serious about their own health. How can I be serious if they're not? Talks about a couple days ago that she was like, had a temperature, or no, she was shivering, excuse me. She was shivering, and then that's when she went to the urgent care, and they said go to the ER, and she thinks it could be this, and they think it could be this, but she should go get more testing. But she went, and it was a 5-hour wait, and she was crammed up in a little cubicle chair, and she didn't want to be crammed up. Literally, that is it in a nutshell, legitimately. That breaks it all completely down. She's got attitude, like I said, about Peetz, and talks about her medical thing. Everybody's in the background saying they won't go. It's like, wow. These people say they care about you, but yet they're saying, oh, well, I wouldn't go to the hospital. So that is a recap of what is going on at Foodie. Excuse me. I apologize. Let's do a double check here before we scoot along. Yes, so a day ago, I bought $100 worth of retro candy. Again, the candy was nothing exciting that I thought. She thought that you could eat the wax lips. You know, the wax lips that you put on. Check out her thumbnail. Or check out, excuse me, Just Saying's thumbnail here. You know, the old school wax lips. She thought you could eat those. I'm pretty sure those are just like for like to be funny. I never ate the wax lips. Didn't think you could ever eat the wax lips. I just thought they were something to be funny. Let me know, are you supposed to eat the wax lips? I thought they were just like to be funny. Wow, that was a lot. So that's pretty much a recap, legitimately. We were going to watch the video, and I thought, you guys, she just literally takes bites of food, gives no description whatsoever. Oh, sorry, I was going to show you Simon, and it just literally popped out. Well, Simon, oh, guys, I'm totally struggling here. Simon, we were going to show you, buddy, but I'm like, I love you too, little piglet. There's no food up here, pigs. Anyways, she's like acting like the video is legitimately like a struggle to get through. Oh, I guess I'll take one bite. Her non-descriptive, descriptive descriptions. I know that was like a lot, but that's how her descriptions. Get down, please. Get down. I love you too. But, oh, this tastes like candy. This tastes like chocolate. This tastes like peanuts. Hello, at least you could have read some of the packaging. She did read a little bit of the packaging here and there, but her descriptions of things are absolutely horrifying. But, you know, we know she just likes to eat food. She's not a foodie. She's just a food connoisseur that eats food. So, let's get into this. This is all the books I read in January 2021, 24 books. Now, before we get started, I have not seen this, but I did notice something absolutely hilarious, and I was pumped. And I just like to scroll through the comments sometimes before I get started and see if there's anything interesting. I like Nick Snyder and Dustin Daly, and the viewer's voice, if you don't know, is Nick Snyder. I like him. Some people don't. Some think, you know, he can be cocky at times. I don't know. I enjoy Nick. I really do. You know, him and Dustin together, I think, are a hoot. I know, again, they're not for everybody, but they've been talking about candles and wanting to be part of the candle community. And him and Dustin Daly have got together and they're dating. And I just really like their vibes together. Again, I know some people don't like them, but I do. So, I never thought in a million years, it says 11 hours ago, and he's talking about the books, and he says, no, you didn't, and that's it. Everybody's like, hello, what are you doing? And it says, that's almost like a book a day. What are you doing here? Didn't expect to see you here. Joe Lowry, the good old Joe Lowry thumbnail that we've talked about before, steps in the picture, second comment once again, and says, FTU, shut the up. Joe Lowry, honey, is on it. Every other comment that has something to say, it's just Joe Lowry back and forth. Joe Lowry back and forth. I mean, if you can't tell, this has to be Amber's sock puppet, you guys. This Joe Lowry, anybody that mentions anything to do with Amber is just so. Amber's seen that good old check mark and seen it was somebody big of stature as far as subscribers. And she put, you know, shut the you-know-what up. Somebody put Joe Lowry, crying emoji, laughing emoji, haha. Sits in one spot all day and eats. I'm not surprised she reads a lot. And it says, Joe Lowry, this is somebody thinking, has nothing better to do other than drugs, talking about others, don't give a about deflect from his sad, pathetic life. Somebody says, Joe Lowry, hey, Amber. And somebody says, hey, Queen. And then, you know, she's talking about people, and it says, hey, Amber. And she says, huh? Da-da-da-da-da. Oh, it's you again. Emoji. Joe Lowry, Nick or Amber. I don't think Nick is worried about Amber's comments over here. Hey, Amber. No, not when Amberlynn is obviously lying. Again, shut up to somebody. Oh, Nick. That's what they were talking about, Nick. Anyways, Joe Lowry just goes hard, and I had to leave Nick a comment and say, I freaking love you. I didn't know that Nick and Dustin watch her, so let's get into it. I know I've been talking a lot with the Chantal recap, old Foodles, and let's get right into it. All the books I read in January 2021, 24 books. You guys, that's a lot of books for 1 month. She's definitely, let's get our spectacles out here. Actually, I think my spectacles are in my car. They are. I think it's funny. None of her other videos, she's got her glasses on, trying to portray this. I don't know if she thought, let me put my glasses on. This gives me kind of like a, sugar, I know you're not drooling on my book. Got a P. Louise, new I'm a Go-Getter book coming up, and a P. Louise haul. Check that out. I don't know how I'm going to put these in rotation, but do have a P. Louise haul coming up, and yeah, let's get right into it. So, yeah, these glasses are absolutely cracking me up. I don't know if she thought, hey, let me put these on. None of her other videos, the last couple videos, she's been wearing these. She's got some obnoxious earrings on. Again, these are just my opinions. A little bow up here, skin, there's some kind of something over here. Again, my skin is super dry, it's winter, I know my skin is raggedy. Before you say your skin's raggedy too, yes I know, but skin is looking rather rough. These earrings, I don't know, we've got a green bow on, matching Lynn here. Is all about her matching, supposedly. We've got a green bow on, and some wild tacky looking earrings, and a plaid tiger cheetah print sweatshirt. I don't know what you would call it, but let's get right into it. And I've not seen this. We're in this together, and I'm sorry. I know the last one was absolutely horrendous. I'm hoping this won't be, but I'm not expecting much.
Like every month, share the books that
like
I read
every month.
in said month.
Oh, time out before we get started. So you want to talk about books here. Are any of these books the books you remember from Jen's book club, since you're so mean to Jen, and you were in Jen's book club and you decided to turn it against her for Foodles and you guys' mean comments? And I'm sorry, Amber telling anybody that Jen is 2 pounds heavier. Honey, you got no room to talk, pumpkin pie. Let's just get that straight for the books before we get started.
Sometimes I read a lot of books in 1 month, like January, and sometimes I might read maybe only 3, maybe 0.
What are these earrings, you guys? I'm confused.
My original goal for this year was to read 70 books, but I realized I'm kind of doing a lot better than that. So I changed my goal to 100 books this year.
Okay, time out. So she's going to earring shame Becky. Let's just call it. You know I hate the shaming stuff that everybody adds shaming on the end of. So remember, Becky's earrings didn't match the one day that Becky picked out. But these, honey, these ugly tarnations, they sure don't match what you got on, pumpkin. I don't know what these even things are. I have no idea if they're like a... They look like an AA coin or an NA coin, some kind of token, pumpkin pie. These earrings, baby girl, they don't match nothing you got going on, player. So, since you want to say Becky has no taste, the Beckster.
Okay, before anyone says anything, I know the glare on these glasses.
Honey, we're looking at your earrings, Bill, and your little bow.
Okay, so we have a lot of books to talk about. And the order I'm going to do them in is the order that I read them in. First book is Be Not Far From Me by Mindy McGinnis. And this book is about
Mindy McGinnis.
stuck in the woods and she has to survive. And there is some gory details in here. But other than that, actually, I really thoroughly enjoyed it. And I do rank all the books that I read because I do have a Goodreads and I put my little rank on there. So I give this 4 out of 5. Next book I read is...
That ring, y'all, is the absolutely most gaudiest thing. You cannot tell me, honey, I got some jewelry, but that thing is hunkin' chunkin' fake. Excuse me. I, again, say this. I have costume jewelry. I have real jewelry. If I was getting a piece that was costume, I would tone it down a little bit. That thing is absolutely... Do y'all remember Elizabeth Taylor and some of her pieces were real, but that ring is absolutely monstrosity. It reminds me of something I would wear with the Halloween costume, you guys. That fake diamond is like this big around. Let's pause right here for the cause and look how absolutely monstrosity that is. First off, if our girl is ballin', and again, I like costume jewelry, but if we got super cake, don't buy me no fake. That thing don't even look halfway real. It don't even look like something you could be like, oh, this is real when it's not. No, pumpkin pie. If that ring were real, it'd be millions of dollars because it is one hunkin' chunkin' fake diamond. Just stay tuned. Oh my God, you guys, I just spit. I apologize. Stay tuned. We do have some interesting things brewing throughout the week, so do stay tuned if you know what I mean.
Game by Danielle Steele. I personally love Danielle Steele. I love her
Do
way
you?
of writing because it's just so easy to read.
It's
and
just
I
so
like that
easy
she
to
narrates
read.
for all characters and not just...
Amberlynn's the type of person that, just like when we had Nailgate, if she's got jewelry on or if she's got nails on, she has got to be easy to read. She has got to make sure that you see my ring, don't you? Do you see it? That thing is, I'm sorry, it's gaudy. And again, I love costume jewelry too, but it's gaudy, my friends.
Some dates with some men and kind of just talks about her journey through those and if she finds love or not. And I give this a 4. We have Wanna Go Private by Sarah Derrier Littman. I did give this 5 out of 5 stars. I really liked it.
What are those earrings, you guys?
A girl who starts talking to this guy online and she ends up meeting up with him. And
I'm confused. Okay, Amber... Oh, Jesus. Come on, Buggy Lou. Amber doesn't always wear, glasses. So, of course, we know that she can see. The glare on these with the ring light is absolutely horrendous. It's not like you're sitting here reading the book to where you need the glasses or you wear them every day as a wearer to know, yeah, I need my glasses to see. But the glare on these is, you guys, it's crazy. It's a lot. It's hard to focus.
I will say that things did not go very well. Next
That's all you can
book I
see.
read is Pillow Thoughts Stitching the Soul by Courtney Peppernell. Honestly, her poetry isn't something that I enjoy very much. I love poetry, and this to me is just like, I feel like she repeats herself on every page. I gave this 2 stars.
Speaking of repeating herself in poetry, I guess her Patreon, her exciting content, was some poems that she had already said before, and people were like, whoa, wait a minute, this isn't new content, these are already poems you said before. So talk about somebody repeating themselves in poetry here. We've got, hold on, you guys. What? I just can't, I can't figure out what these earrings are, you guys. I don't know if they have like some kind of print on like the little disc, but I'm not feeling them.
This was
Cancel the earrings. You got 300,000 other pairs.
3/4 of the way through, and I just couldn't go any further. It's just about a very young girl and kind of like...
So you didn't read the book Pumpkin Pie. She says, I only read a little bit. I couldn't go all the way through. Well, check that down to 23 books, Pumpkin, because you just said you didn't read the whole book there, Bill.
Talking about her life. I don't know. Honestly, it was like in one ear and out the other. I thoroughly did not like this. And I
She thoroughly, y'all, did not like it.
Sometimes I Lie by Alice Feeney. This is about a woman who is actually in a coma, but she can hear everything that is going on around her. And during it, she hears her husband and her sister talk about some things where it just sounds very like, okay, what is going on?
If you notice how she's describing these, it's like she kind of like, I mean, I get if she genuinely did read 23 books, that's a lot to remember, but it's like she's like, and her, and it's not like it should flow. I mean, again, 23 books is a lot to remember, but if you legitimately, you know, read them, it's like, I don't know.
So
are we going to have to say what next? No, you didn't.
A little bit of twists and turns in this. The twist at the end wasn't like this huge twist, but there was definitely a twist. And I did like this. I gave it 4 stars. So this is Crime for Help by Casey Watson. And
by Casey Watson. Did you see the ring, guys? Did you see it?
Foster parent. So we're following the foster parent, and she is talking about the journey.
Honey, Becky has, and again, I am not saying that I am a money grubber and jewelry has to be, but Becky, you better trade in some of those daggone games and some of those paint brushes and some of your art to get that ring. Just looks like, you guys, that's a lot. I'm sorry. That thing is gaudy. It doesn't even look like, it looks like something I'd wear with a Halloween costume. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm not saying, I have tons of costume jewelry, but you guys, a ring like that would be thousands and thousands, and probably, you're talking up into, I mean, that stone is like this, you guys. I mean, I'm a jewelry connoisseur, and that thing is hunkin' chunkin'.
With a specific foster child. The foster child is older than this kid, so...
Okay, y'all, I don't know about you guys, but we gotta skip a little bit and see if that's what this is all about, because the glass is the glare. Does Amberlynn know that they, you know, ball out, Amber, if you're gonna spend some money here, get the anti-glare factor going on with these glasses. And let me tell you, please let me know, are you going to donate these books when you're done with them so they can go to a good home and not just freaking set around and collect dust or go in the trash, or, you know, when you move again, off they go to the trash. As Amy would say, the garbage.
People are, like, kidnapped and, like, trapped and that whole
guys,
thing.
this is...
Sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. You guys, this is a poetry book that I gave 2 out of 5 stars. I didn't care for it. I think it's just like their type of poetry, I guess, flew over my head, and I was like kind of bored. Next book I read.
Their type of poetry flew over my head, and I guess they were bored. We could almost compare that to somebody else's poetry. I'm not going to say who, but you guys might know.
I read so many books, oh my god. Lies My Girlfriend Told Me by Julie Ann Peters. This is an LGBTQ plus book. So, this is about a girl. Her girlfriend dies, and then she starts to find out all of these things that her girlfriend has hid from her, and she pretty much becomes heartbroken. I gave this a 3 out of 5 because it was a good book, but sometimes I just want more, where I feel like the author could have honestly just done more with it. Next book I read is Something in the Wine, which is another LGBTQ plus book. I gave this 5 out of 5 stars.
You guys know I am all about, I'm with the LGBT community and everything, but it's like they constantly have to, it's like, I don't know, be you, but it's like, it's funny to me when they're always buying these keychains and these bracelets and like these stickers and like, yes, buddy, be you, but it's like, I don't know. I don't know how to say this without sounding like, I'm not trying to like I don't know, like, okay, like, yeah, I don't know. I hope y'all got what I was trying to say with that, thinking of being mean, but it's like, she just is one of those people that has to, like, all right, man, be you, but a book is a book. It doesn't matter what it is. Either it's good or it isn't.
I loved this. So this book was so freaking cute. It's about this girl who her brother like tricked her into coming to this party, and like he's known as like a prankster. This isn't like about teenagers, they are adults by the way, but he is like a prankster, and she hates going to parties, blah blah blah. So he decides, let's do another prank. So he has a lesbian friend. He decided to, long story short, his straight sister and lesbian friend, he made them go on a date. So then they decided to be sneaky and prank him and act as if they have fallen in love and all this stuff. Long story short, the two women do fall in love.
Who would have thought?
What I loved about the story, because
what I loved about
plain old.
We're almost there, guys. And I'm sorry if you wanted to see the whole video. I'm sure somebody else will cover it in its entirety, but good stars above. It is 906 people really taking book advice off Amberlynn. Good night.
Romances, like, okay, two people fall in love, like, cool. But what I love about this is the author was able to convey and truly, truly show the process of them falling in love, unlike any other story I've ever seen.
The glare on this, you guys, is crazy, these glasses.
One of the main characters is a straight woman, or at least she thought she was, you know? And just like her journey, realizing, oh my God, I'm falling in love with a woman. It was just so beautifully written. I loved it, and there was so much dialogue, and it just seemed very genuine and real to me. And I just love this book so much. So the last book I read is The Kiss by Danielle Steele. I gave this a 4 out of 5. I loved it. It's about this girl. Okay. Hold on. A lot of the time I say girl when I actually mean woman, but it is what it is. Okay.
Oh my goodness, you guys. We're almost here.
This guy unhappy in his marriage. They are best friends though. They end up meeting, well, they have met before, but they end up meeting up again. And they shared a kiss, which obviously they weren't expecting. They don't want to cheat on their partners, but they realize that they are, you know, in love with each other. And so during that kiss, though, something very tragic happens. I don't want to give too much away, but comas are involved. Just like very, very sad things happened in this book. But I loved it.
How did you do to the cover? Eat the damn thing? Alright, guys.
I love her as a writer. So that is how many books I read.
That is how many books I read.
January, 24 books, and
23. You said you didn't finish the other one.
I honestly love reading. I wonder how it's going to go in February. Who knows? So anyways, I hope that you guys did enjoy this, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.
Wait a minute. Okay, so if you notice, I wonder how it's going to go in February. So this is probably some old-ass content that is from January. Well, pumpkin pie, it's February 8th, sugar pumpkins. And, yeah, you're about a couple days behind there, bub. So this, to me, seems like maybe she filmed it at the end of January and was setting on it, just some filler content. I, personally, myself, I'm cool on the book advice from Amberlynn. Let me know, have you read any of the books? I'm sorry, like I said, that I skipped through it. I couldn't. I couldn't subject us to that. I'm like, yeah, that's exactly how I feel. There's nothing to say. There's nothing to say. It has been absolutely boring. It has been filler content. I think we might have missed Yeah, we missed a huge Sephora and Amazon, Target, Sephora, Horrid, Torrid, Hot Topic haul. Yeah. Oh, my nail was caught in the back of my hair. But I don't know, you guys. I'm going to cut it off right here because there's just nothing else to say with this. I'm sorry. I'm sure if you want to see the rest, somebody's probably got it in its full entirety. But it just... I'm cool on book advice from Amberlynn. So... depending how I put these out, check out, I did a video on the Bits of Brie, Brianna K channel. We got a P. Louise haul coming up, P. Louise's new book, and some of the makeup. And then we might take a step out and check out some other things. Gonna see what's shaking. And, yeah, so leave me a comment. Even if it's a thumbs up emoji, it helps our little channel. Leave me a thumbs up, guys. I know that this was absolutely excruciating and there wasn't much to go off with, and I was probably boring you because I bored myself with the video. The only thing that was entertaining is watching them big old earrings swing back and forth and to make sure that you seen her, big old ring there. So, alright, guys, I will see you later. Have a great day, great night, depending on when you're watching this. And Kaya's out on that note. Night, guys.